Okay, yeah. So that's the work of a div. The next item or the next common tag is so we have a div. The next common tag we have is called let me write here div. This is like a division actually. So let me just do division. The next we have is a section. A section works the same as a div. So you could just use them, but usually sections are like to group sections of the page together. For example, this is a form here. I will just group this as my sign as my form. I will group this into a section like this, like a complete section of a web page. And if I hover hapa kwa hizi line numbers, I can be able to minimize everything within a single element, yeah. So naweza songesha hiyo mbele pia. So this is a section, so I can just say like a h2 here and say h2 and say a form section. That's the work of a form, the work of a section, just grouping things together. For example, this will be a list, so I'll just say here section and call this one h2 and say h2 and say lists. So it's like helping you have different sections in your website so that the next, oh, don't know what I copied here, but this one shouldn't be here. Then I can be able to move this one forward. So these are the list and close this one. Always remember to do that if you ever delete a closing tag. Otherwise code yako itakuwa nzuri. For example, if you miss this one, if you miss the closing tag there, and you reload your page, you might be able to see some weird things happening. For example, hapa sasa kila kitu imewekwa in h2 because you never closed your h2 tag. Remember to close your elements always. So that's a section. The next one we have is a p tag. So a p tag, I said this is a paragraph. So here I explain further about this, like just writing normal contents of your text. A p tag can be used anywhere except in a few areas. So let's do a p tag here and I say, so I'm going to explain what this section does. These are lists. So that's the work of a p tag. And I can say under the h2, I can say, I need to move this one down under h2 there and I say, uh, fill the form below to sign up. Yeah, that's the work of p tags. So that's how they look like. So here inakwambia fill the form below to sign up. Hapa inakwambia these are lists. Use p tags whenever you have any text content you are going to write. The next we have is an a tag. A tag. Let me close it. So this is a link. So each link always has an attribute called href mahali na point kwenda. For example, I can say this a link to somewhere. So let me do like a different link here. I'll just copy this, paste it below and say go to Google. So if I say go to Google, I pass in the href attribute under this hapo ndani ya hizi nini. So href equals to href is like the reference of this link mahali nafaa iende. So I'll just say https google.com. That is go to Google. So let me go to the browser and see the a tag working. I refresh the page, I find the link to go to Google. Kuna hii ingine hapa itanifungulia my file system. I will go back, then go to Google, ita load iende Google. That's a tag. A tag. So if you have different links, in your page, for example, unapatanga page iko na login, iko na sign up, iko na about us, iko na contact us, iko na home page, iko na services. So they use a tags to point to those pages. So for example, our website, for example, can be https:// and say lsp.com/about us. So hii itafungua page yetu but under about us. So this will be the about us page. Always mahali link yako ina point kwenda, always have a similar like an explanatory text, ikae symbol. For example, about us ni itaenda ifungue about us page. Make sure it's just simple and easy to understand for the user. Usiweka hapo about us kumbe it's pointing to contact us, so itaenda kwa contact us. So you have this one as contact us. So that's how you do links, different links, about us, contact us. So nikiclick contact us itaenda ifungue hiyo website contact us page. I'll just copy this for illustration. So yeah, here we go, hit go back and I refresh the page. If I hit contact us now, itafungua Live Software Developer contact us page. Always remember to point your links to whatever you wrote here, about us to about us, contact us to contact us. Another common tag is a B tag. So B tag ni ile ya making things strong, like bold. So you could use a B tag for that case, or use another tag called strong. So this will work the same. So this is either strong or bold. The two will work the same. So let's see how they look like. Strong, bold, yeah. That's how you do your, if you just want to write a bold text somewhere, you are writing hapa hivi, for example, fill the form below to sign up. Unataka hii sign up ikae bold, you just make sure it's in the B tag, bold, that way. Though with time we shall learn how to do other ways of making text bold and even bolder. Yeah, so there we go. And after bold we have another tag called kuna ile yenye tumezoea italics. So this is italics. Yeah, so if I come here and refresh the page, tunaweza ona italics hapo. So that's how you do an italics text. Usually zinakuanga na use case yao wherever you feel like okay, hapa I want to like emphasize on this text, you could use italics. And also another tag that goes together with bold and strong is a tag called M. So this is a tag called its emphasis. So emphasize on this text. Yeah. So they go together, bold, strong. Yeah, they just work in a similar matter, making things bolder. Oh, I'm wrong there, guys. So yeah, so emphasize works like text. Yeah, works like italics, except it seems like to be having a different italics format, but it works like italics. So you could use emphasize for italics or italics for emphasis. But usually for screen readers, emphasis ni kama it will emphasize on that text when it is reading that at that particular text, unlike italics. After this, we have another tag called main. So usually you need to wrap your entire content in the main attribute. Like you want to tell everybody or tell the bots zenye zina crawling website that here is my main content besides the rest of the content. So always do, kama in domain yako, always have your site in the main tag, like everything in the main. Otherwise, the rest of the stuff zenye utaki zikae hapa ndani ya main, do them out here. For example, this is another tag. It's called a nav tag. So nav will help you right now the nav yenye tulikuwa tukiongelea hapa chini, hizi links. So I just copy the links hizi about us na contact us and I paste them here. So you don't want to put your nav in the main tag because this appears in each page. So you just want it to be separate, iske ndani ya main tag. I'll just copy this and replicate it mara kadhaa. Okay, nimeweka vibaya. Anyways, sitasoma hata mimi mwenyewe. Yeah, so I'll just do here home. I do here services. So, and usually the nav is at the top, but that's design issues. You'll have to determine mahali utataka navigation bar yako ikae, but always at least have it at the top. So that's your navigation bar. Iko hapa juu tu. Home, services, about us, contact us. The next tag I'd like to talk about is the aside tag. So aside hii ni ile yenye nilisema utatumia kuandika sidebar content kama unataka kuweka something isikae ndani ya main. So just something that is not within the main and it's just that's an extra content to the to whatever you are doing. So let me just refresh the page here. Except this sidebar inaapia hapa, you have to style it ndio ikae hapo kwa sidebar. Yeah, I think I've captured most of the common tags we are going to even use through this period of training. So we have these tags. So to learn more about these tags is just use the link I shared. They are all here, all of them. You will be able to learn even whatever I never talked about. I haven't talked about some more critical, but hizo zitakuja later when we want to use them. So for now, that's about the HTML tags. So anybody with a question? Okay, I believe there are not more questions here. So just remember to have a look at the tags. Otherwise, itakukalia ngumu kujua which tag you want to use for a specific entry or for a specific input. Just know all of them, go through and learn them. So if there are no another questions, I'll just like to end it here because the lesson may take longer than I expected. Yeah, so if there are no questions, that's where we shall end the class. Yes, yes. Eh? Paragraphs only. What's your question? I'm not getting it. Like, H is a paragraph peke yake. Okay. Oh, H1 na H2. Oh, easy. Okay. Hizi ni headings tu. Like, tuseme kwa site unaanza your site tuseme hizi ni headings za website. Tuseme hapa ni my website. That's how you do it. You use H1. Then tuseme kuna hii section ya kuandika lists. You need to just go down the headings. Say heading 2. The next down you go to lists. Yeah, down. If I may illustrate this in a quicker way, add, add heading, yeah, add heading 6. Let me just illustrate quickly hapa kwa drive. I'm doing this because this is the simplest way of doing it. So I'll just go to tulikuwa wapi hata hii folder. So I'll just open the folder, right click here and do a new document. I'll do a blank document for illustration. So tuseme uko na my heading here. So if I copy, I say I highlight this and paste it downwards mara kadhaa. So unaona hizo ni heading. So I just want to change this from normal text. I'll just highlight and change this to the title and say or do heading 1. The next one nikuja hapa niseme heading 2. The next one niseme heading 3. I do heading 4 here. Heading 5 here. And lastly I can do heading 6. Yeah, I can do heading 6. So kutoka hapa kwenda chini, if you look at this, these are just normal text, the so-called p tags. So hii ni p tag. So a quick recap on lists. So if I highlight this text and click here and go here, hii ni bulleted list. This is like an ordered list. Hii yenye tulifanya hapa, an ordered list. This one iko ni ul, ndani kuna children zenye ni li. After that, if I highlight this and do this, this will be numbered list ama ordered list. That's what we have here, ordered list. Yeah, that's then the p tags. It's like just using word. There's like no difference. Easy kina fonts, we shall learn more about them. The bold, I do here something like that. Nikiselect hivi ndio ile tulikuwa tunaongelea bold. We talked about italics. Kuna pia underline. So if I may go here and do heading 1 iko wapi? So let's say here heading 1, we just want to do it with an underline. So I just do, I think inafaa ifanye, yep. Just do you and refresh the page. It will have my heading underlined. It's all about like converting now these text things to somewhere else. Kuna hizi pia za kuweka hapo katikati mahali unataka text yako ikae. About hizi list pia nilisema we can be able to change the numbers. Yeah, kama hapa hivi you can change the numbering to something else. You could do that one too with HTML and CSS fully. So we are just going to convert kitu yenye unaona hapa juu, but now using code so that you can deploy that to your own site. Yeah. Another question? Okay. If there are no further questions, I'm going to share this file so that if you wanna go through and review what we did today, that's how it will look like. So let me just end the class here. And thank you guys for joining and following through. God bless.